Good morning everyone. It's a beautiful day. It's a bit rainy outside and this is the best day to roast a coffee because it's a bit cool. It's not too hot though we have summer here. Anyway, today I have this Breville green beans. So I'm going to roast that today using this G400 roaster. This is from Amazon. I've already done a review of it and I've already done a video about it. So do watch that if you haven't. This is one of the best home roaster that I have used so far. I have a series of home roasting videos on different methods. Do watch that. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. I would really appreciate that because I'll be posting more videos related to these. Now today let's use the Breville beans, and I have this set up here. This is inside home. So I set up a fan here, and this is where the smoke comes out. So I'm hoping this will act as a exhaust fan and it will suck all the smoke outside. So that's a plan, and last time when I roasted it worked a bit, but the only adjustment I did this time is I put the roaster lower than the fan level so that as the smoke rises up it will pick up easily. So I'm taking 430 grams because I need 340 grams out. I'm roasting for a friend today. I'm hoping to get that output, even roast, and I'm going to do a medium roast. And I'm using this butane stove with a small propane gas tube. This is very good for home use. Now this is a small burner, but this should be enough to roast within 20 minutes, which is a good timing. Last time I roasted in 15 minutes and 45 seconds, so I'm hoping around the same time, though the temperature is maybe 5 degrees Fahrenheit lesser than that day's temperature. So let's begin. Here I have taken Breville green coffee and I'm taking 430 grams exactly, because I need at least 340 grams out. Beautiful beans. Here's the setup. First I'm going to preheat this machine, which is very important. Preheat it up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and then we'll charge. So let's begin. So we'll put it at maximum and let it burn all the moisture away. We have a temperature gauge right there. I'll be checking that often. Plus I have a digital thermometer as well, which will measure the temperature more accurately. So we'll leave it for preheat. Make sure you switch on the motor and ensure that it's rotating, because we don't want the fire to be pointed to one side of the glass, because that's dangerous. So we want a uniform roast. So while preheating, make sure your roaster is running, it's rotating. And we'll look at the thermometer on the other side. So this thermometer is a bit handy, even though it's not 100% accurate, but it shows. Now it's showing around 300 degrees Fahrenheit and we'll preheat till 400. Now we have a little indicator here. This is factory indicator. I think you could change it. I haven't tried to figure out. That shows 410 range, somewhere there. That's when you switch off, because that's where you get the medium roast. Now if you need dark roast, you have to wait till it shows 430, somewhere there. That's when you hear the second crack. Now my machine is almost there, almost 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's fairly quick, and when it's 400 we'll charge the beans. So I have my beans ready here. Here it's almost 400 degrees Fahrenheit and it's time to charge the beans. So we have this little funnel here is what we use, which came with the roaster. So now I'm going to switch off the fire, and then we'll quickly charge the beans. So can put the funnel, and then I have this green beans here. For 30 grams in. And the temperature probe is hot, so you have to be careful. Or you could use an oven glove. Make sure it is sitting properly, and then you can switch on. So let's check the temperature now, and I just switched on the timer so that we know how long it takes to roast. So it was 400 degree when I switched off the preheat mode, and you could see the temperature went down to 200. That's normal because the beans are cold. It may go a bit more lower, but seems like it's picking up well and it's roasting well. So the temperature is picking up well. It's already about 300 degree Fahrenheit, and we are at 2 minutes 40 something seconds onto the roast. So preheating really helps. So I could see the smoke coming, so it's time to switch on my exhaust fan. So let me plug that in. So it's picking up all those smoke well. And we are 4 minutes into the roast, and our temperature is 350. It's really quick this time. So I like to keep a log because I don't have this artisan or any software to monitor the profiling. So usually I write in a piece of paper. We started at 200 degree Fahrenheit. After 2 minutes it was 300. After 3 minutes it's 350. So I keep a log like this so that if I need any correction I can do it next time. I could reduce the flame or increase the flame so that you could increase or decrease the temperature. So 5 minutes into the roast, and we could see the color difference, and we are at 365, I would say. I can see it's picking up the smoke well. If you notice somewhere here, the smoke is picking up nicely by the fan. So we are in 6 minutes mark, and I could see the temperature 380. This is showing 350, so I would go with this temperature. So it's 7 minutes into the roast, and here it's showing 390. .366 at 8 minutes, and this is showing 405. So 405 is obviously wrong. I would go with this 366. By looking at the color of the beans, I could say that, yeah, it's somewhere there. So you could see a lot of smoke being generated now, and my fan is picking it up well, this whole area. Anyway, we are 9 minutes into the roast. It's showing 410. .383. That's more correct. Now, when I'm pointing this, I'm pointing it right on the bean through that hole here. So that's the bean temperature I could get. So we are almost reaching the 10 minutes mark. And I got 403 here, and here it's almost 430. So it's almost time to switch off, because I need to switch off at 410. So I'll closely monitor this. It's 406, and I could hear the crack. $408, 405. So we are at the 11th minute. And I will switch off now. 413. So I'll switch off the fire, and the time was just 11 minutes 15 seconds when I switched off. It's almost reaching 419. So let me cool down the beans quickly. And I got this colander here. So I have to be a bit quick here. And I have to make sure I cool down the beans quickly. So I'll go outside and come back. Here's the beans after the roast, after cooling down. It's almost reaching room temperature, and look how uniform it is. I didn't even throw a single bean, and I did not lose any beans while cooling down. And look how uniform it is. 430 grams. So this is the other half here. Look at that. Very uniform. And let's see the temperature. Okay, my room temperature is 82, 83, so it's almost reaching the 100. So this is how it looks like. Nice medium roast and very uniform. I'm going to weigh this now and see how much I got the output. Let's see. Okay, so I got 371 grams, where I put 430 grams of green beans. This is good. I think last time I got 360, so this time I didn't lose any beans, I didn't throw away any beans. It's all 430 grams in and 371 out. Look at that, freshly roasted. So this beans will be ready to drink in 3 days time. So I hope you enjoyed today's roasting video on this. Let me switch off this, you don't need that. Last time when I roasted, it took 15 minutes and 45 seconds. Maybe I took a while to charge the beans after preheating this. Maybe that's why the temperature went down almost 180, 190 degree Fahrenheit when I put the beans. But this time I was quicker than last time. And as soon as I put the beans, it went down to 210. It didn't go below 200. And it just increased the temperature, and I could finish roasting in 11 minutes something, which is impressive, which saved almost 4 minutes compared to last time's roast. And I used the same beans, Brazil beans, 430 grams. So all the numbers were exactly the same. Just that I was careful. I was quick enough to put the new beans in, and I saved almost 4 minutes time. Now, the intention is not to save those 4 minutes, but you have a control over the time and the amount of heat, because you could adjust the heat. If you believe it's too much, you roast it so quickly, then you could always reduce the temperature and get that desired taste. I'm going to taste this and see whether the beans are better tasting compared to the previous roast, which took 15 minutes. So I'm going to study all those, and that's my little graph for now. So what I do is I usually draw a graph based on this. X-axis, Y-axis, you have the time and the temperature. So you could draw the same artisan graph manually, and then you could change the graph slightly by manually tweaking what I said, and then see whether it is improving the taste and bringing out more flavors to the coffee. So that's what you do. So it's an experiment, and there is a learning curve. You have to spend time and learn and get that ideal roast and the best tasting coffee. The other thing which I noticed is within 3 or 4 roasts now, I could see the color has changed. It has faded. It's more dark color on the glass, on the quartz glass. It could be the coffee stain. If it's coffee stain, I know how to remove. You could use Kepiza, which I'll experiment and show you in my forthcoming video. And if it is the stain on the surface due to the fire, I don't know what to do. If you have any suggestion, let me know in the comments below. So I'm hoping that this glass will be completely dark within 10 roast. That's what I'm thinking, so we'll see. I tried to clean the glass last time because I saw it was already fading, but it didn't help much. It was more than a stain onto the glass. So if you have any suggestion, let me know in the comments below how to clean this, or else you won't be seeing anything through the glass. Now the other thing is, I've seen people, they put a thin spoon through this hole here where the temperature probe goes in. You could fit in a tiny little spoon which is long enough, and you could always take a sample beans out. I didn't try it, maybe I'll show you next time. So you could always take out the beans and see how far it has roasted. You could smell and see, touch and see. So that's also possible in this roaster. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. I'd really appreciate that, and hit that like button if you enjoyed this. So see you guys next time. Bye for now.